What is going on, everyone? My name is Julian Purnell, the Heavy Metal Joker, and you right now are watching the Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast. And, please comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the channel, share it, do whatever you can. Just spread the word about Crash and Burn. Very, very high-rising wrestling podcast. And, please enjoy this video. And the Heavy Metal Joker is out of here. Crash and Burn!
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast. Tonight is gonna be our first ever fantasy booking episode. In this episode, we are basically acting like the general managers, booking our own brands for any company out there in the entire world, and what we can do to make them better. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and let's get to people's intros before we start booking. First up, we have Julian, for now.
Well. My name is Julian Purnell. Welcome to the loudest podcast in all of fucking wrestling. I don't know what to fucking say here. I didn't plan this. So, we're here at Crash and Burn Podcast with Jason Bailey, Josh Danker, AJ, and Wyatt, and myself. We are here with Fantasy Booking number one. That's right. Number one, motherfucker. And thank you for joining us today.
Next up, we have the man who started this idea, Wyatt.
Hello, ladies and gents. Thank you. Welcome to our first ever fantasy booking episode. We are going to find ways how we're going to improve Monday Night Raw, and we're going to make Monday Night Raw watchable again. And we'll make sure to get those ratings beating every week, because as of Wyatt's imagination and his brain, we will try to find ways and solve how we're going to get Monday Night Raw back on track.
Next up, we have
Enjoy the episode.
the biggest fan of Five Nights at Freddy's, Josh.
Yes. Well. That wasn't really a kind introduction, but I'll take it for granted. Not really a biggest fan of that game.
Wait. I also forgot. He is the man who will peek at your text messages and group chats and DMs.
Damn right. I am the hate savior of professional wrestling. I am the assassin, Josh Nigger. I don't fuck with nobody, but I'm here to make Impact Wrestling better than ever. The roster is still the same, but we'll get down to more in this episode. But yeah, I thought of a great stacked roster, signing some of the best talent in the entire wrestling world, and let's get this underway. This should be really fun.
Last but not least, we have the man who wants to take a shit after the show, Mr. Ice Cream Boy, AJ.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. It's AJ, the last one.
Where's your ice cream?
Right now, we are going to do NXT UK. We're going to fix the show, and I'm sorry.
And we are going to be eating ice cream.
Baby. So let's do this.
Okay, Ice Cream Boy. Okay, so let's get started. Let's start with the commentary teams. I'll start with my commentary team. For AEW Dynamite, I'll be booking that show. I'm gonna have Jim Ross, Excalibur, and Tony Khan on commentary.
Yeah.
Julian, how about you say your brand and the commentary team you're gonna have?
Well, my brand is NXT. That's
and
right.
who's gonna be your announcers?
And I'm here to tell you right now that NXT you see on television right now is going to be completely different, because this is NXT violence. Uncensored, uncut, brutal, unheard of shit is going to happen on this show. And this show is going to be commentated by Mauro Ranallo, Wade Barrett, and Nigel McGuinness.
Okay. Wyatt, say your brand and who your commentary team's gonna be.
You say my brand?
And your commentary.
Okay.
Yes. What brand are you booking and who's...
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Monday Night Raw. I am Tom Phillips, alongside with Jerry King Lawler and Booker T. What do you see here tonight, King? I think it's going to be an amazing night, Tom Phillips. I can't even believe we could get paid to do this job. I can't wait to see a hidden main event here tonight on Monday Night Raw.
Yes, and you got me, Booker T, the five-time WCW champion. We are here, Shucky Ducky, quack, quack. Mmm. Yep.
You forgot to do JR's.
Puppies!
Oh my God! Can't believe it, JR!
Good God Almighty!
Alright, Josh, what brand are you booking and who's going to be the
I
commentary
am
team?
actually booking a brand that I have recently got back into. I am going to be booking a brand that pretty much has got back on my favorite level of wrestling, Impact Wrestling. I stopped watching Impact after a while, and pretty much after Slammiversary, it made me watch it again. So I'm gonna book some awesome matches and sign some great talent in the world. Pretty much, we will get into the roster. Pretty much, my roster is the current Impact roster because I ain't gonna change it because even though with a little few additions, but let's get into it. Yeah, Impact Wrestling, baby.
Alright, Mr. Ice Cream Boy, what brand are you booking and who's going to be the commentary team for that show?
Okay, so my brand is NXT UK. And my commentaries are. Hello, I'm Fit Joseph, and I am your lead commentary, and I'm joined by Matt Schrader. Hello, and we're also joined by Brian Zane. Hey, what's up, everybody? Check out my
Brian
YouTube channel.
Zane.
Wrestling with your
Yeah,
That's
let's do it. Let's get the show underway, everybody.
Okay, now let's get to the signings.
Sure.
I'll start with myself. Ladies and gentlemen, the people that are going to be all elite AEW going to be Nick Curry, Bobby Orlando, Nick Scott, Nikos Ricos, Kip Stevens, Eric James, Pat Fitzpatrick, Grim, Rowan, so he can reunite with the leader of the Dark Order, Brody Lee. I'm going to sign Mike Chioda full time. I'm also going to be signing the top 1% EC3. I'll also be signing Sarah Logan, Adam Rose, Samoa Joe, Naomi, Noe Jose, and Chris Hero. And, ladies and gentlemen, the big signing to AEW is going to be the one, the only, the Phenom, the Dead Man, the Undertaker.
Yeah.
Josh, you're up next.
Alright, so I have booked Impact Wrestling. Pretty much this is a brand that I recently got back into, and I'm gonna add a little few additions to it. So for my GM, I chose Eric Bischoff because he is the man that pretty much started a lot of the famous factions that we all love today. My commentary team would be Smart Mark Sterling, Josh Matthews, Madison Rain, and one of my favorite MMA fighters, Mike Tyson. So, and then some of the signings I chose were Matt Cardona, Mr. Always Ready, Ben Carter, Shaza McKenzie, Austin Aries, the innovator of violence, who is actually signed to Impact, Tommy Dreamer, El Torito, Shannon Moore, the man with all the tattoos.
That's his gimmick. The man with all the tattoos, Shannon Moore.
JTG, Too Cocky KM, Paul London, Kelly Kelly, and Samurai. Pretty much my champions are pretty much some of the wrestlers on the current roster that I like to see as champions. Starting off with a man who has won the Impact World title in the past, Sami Callihan. Even though he didn't have a long reign, but I like to see him have a long reign as champion. The Impact X Division champ, definitely one of my favorites, the Ultimate Finesser, Chris Bay. He's going to be my X Division champion. The Tag Team champions, the Rascals, and the Women's champion will be Jordan Grace. Some rivalries that I have put together. will be Sami Callihan going up against Austin Aries.
Aries.
Ben
Lucas,
Carter going up.
welcome to the fantasy booking episode.
Nice to make a cameo appearance. You're gonna see me on the Full Gear review.
At the time of recording, everyone, after this episode finishes, we're actually going over the recent AEW pay-per-view, AEW Full Gear.
I'm not gonna be a part of it because I didn't see the show.
Exactly.
It'll be fine. You cool. I'm just gonna be here to spectate, so y'all can see my face.
Okay.
You're
So
just a
for-
fan.
All right,
so
Josh,
as I
keep
was
going.
saying, one of the rivalries that I put together was Ben Carter against the Prince of Queens, Brian Myers. And then another rivalry I set up together, it's an X Division Championship feud between Chris Bay and TJP. Eddie Edwards versus Rohit Raju. And followed by Kevin Matthews will be another great rivalry. And now some tag teams that I have brought back. I brought back some original tag teams and some current and actually some factions that you may have seen in the past. First, starting off with Shannon Moore, Jesse Neal, Inc.
Oh, that's
Definitely one of my favorite tag teams back in the past. I have reinstated the brand new Latin American Exchange, LAX. Hernandez, Diamante, Evilise, and Homicide. That is the LAX. OVE, Dave and Jake Christ. Definitely one of my favorite tag teams in Impact. So, and then we have Enzo and Cass. And welcome to the catering department. So for your jobbers, we don't have that many jobbers. We will add many more jobbers in the future. So we have the Headbangers, Superhuman, Good Friend Paul,
Fuck this
and
shit.
and as a joke, he might not be a professional wrestler. He might be added on as a guest so we could beat the shit out of him. Lil Huddy, Chase Hudson.
Ah, come on, dog.
Oh shit.
Okay, Josh. Okay, is that it? Is that it?
Yes, that is Impact Wrestling for you.
Okay, forget that Josh said that, everybody.
Forget that. All you little
Josh, you
all
go
you
next.
Me? I already went.
You mean me?
Julian. Oh God, sorry.
Yeah.
I can't get over the fact that you name dropped him.
Wow.
We're gonna have to
Anywho.
keep that out.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. But anyway, I'm here to say that this is gonna be the biggest roster out of everyone because I just signed and signed and signed. So maybe do I just name my whole roster.
Yes, do it. Go ahead.
So here's the thing with my whole thing. I have a bunch of different divisions with my championships. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say the championships right now. I have the NXT title, the North American title, the tag titles, women's title, cruiserweight title, and the reinstated, now known as the NXT Television Championship. And those championships are held by the following: NXT title is being held by Pete Dunne. The North American Championship is being held by the Monster Abyss. NXT Tag Team titles are being held by the signed the Briscoe Brothers. The NXT Women's title will be held by Shotzi Blackheart. The Cruiserweight Championship will be held by Sanjay Dutt. And the NXT Television Championship will be held by the one, the only, Pete Corvus. That's who's holding the championships now. But for every division, it's different. So for the World Heavyweight Championship division, so far, I have, of course, the champion Pete Dunne. I also have Zack Sabre Jr., Hiroshi Tanahashi, Okada, Adam Cole, Tommaso Ciampa, Jacob Fatu, Lio Rush, Finn Balor, Will Ospreay, Andrade, Karrion Kross, CM Punk, Bronson Reed, Kota Ibushi, and Cain Velasquez. That's my heavyweight division. The North American Championship division goes as followed. Of course, the Monster Abyss is the champion, but we also have Roderick Strong, Drago, Kushida, Andrew Everett, Ivar, Mr. Anderson, Bandito, Killian Dane, Akira Tozawa, AR Fox, Chuck Mambo, and Rhett Titus.
Not
That's-
bad.
Yo,
And-
the heavyweight lineup is stacked.
What?
That heavyweight lineup is stacked, man.
Yeah,
That
it is stacked. Yeah, and I got CM Punk back, which is awesome. So,
You brought
And
back
also-
CM Punk.
So, for the NXT Television Championship, of course, Pete Corvus is the champion. We also have Dan Moff. We have Tony Cini. That's an awesome one. We have Vladimir Kozlov, Tyler Breeze, Mansoor, Santos Escobar, Colt Cabana, Cameron Grimes, Kit Osborne, Bryce Donovan, and Jay motherfucking Kirby.
Jay Kirby.
Okay.
I have to do his theme song. We have the Cruiserweight division, which is, of course, the champion, Sanjay Dutt. We have Isaiah Swerve Scott, Jordan Oliver, Humberto Carrillo, Hitman Jones. We have Jada Evans, Tony Nese, Ultimo Dragon, and Drake Maverick. There. So, that's the Cruiserweight division. We have 2 more divisions to go, and then we have the general managers, the jobbers, and the commentators, and the interviewers as well. So for the tag roster, I have Bear Country. I have Kurt Bale and Hollywood Hooligan. Danny Burch and Oney Lorcan. Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish. The return of the Colognes. One of the biggest tag teams in MLW, Team Filthy, which is Dominic Guarini and Kevin Koo. G.O.D., Tama Tonga and Tonga Low. Lau. I forgot how to say it. The Motor City Machine Guns, which I stole from Impact Wrestling. Joaquin Wilder and Raul Mendoza. Fuck the Revival. Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder. The Ascension. Wasteland. Connor and Victor. And the Butcher and the Blade.
Okay.
I had to drink a little bit.
Good improvement, man.
But yeah, the women's.
That is like a god squad.
And finally, the women's roster. Shotzi Blackheart is, of course, the champion, but I also have Candice LeRae, Zaya Brookside, Kairi Sane, Io Shirai, Rhea Ripley, Toni Storm, Tegan Knox, Dakota Kai, Kaden Carter, Casey Catanzaro, Ariella Nix, Riho, Marty Bell, Zia Lee, Ember Moon, and Allie.
Not bad.
Yes.
Okay.
My general manager is William Regal. My interviewer is Alicia Atute from MLW. My manager list is Stacy Keebler, Robert Stone, and my man Muscle Man Malcolm. Of course.
Yes.
Shout out to Malcolm. We had him on our show.
Shout out
And
to Malcolm.
And for the jobbers list.
Go.
Oh, I can't wait.
Oh.
I hate to say this to this person because he's a great friend of mine. Philip Cardigan is on my jobbers list.
Damn.
Sorry, Philip, I love you.
Why?
Also on the jobber list, Jimmy Controversy.
Oh, fuck him.
Also on the jobber list, Sin Cara. Always botching Sin Cara. Can he botch?
Yes.
That was nice. This Rumble was recorded twice. Look out!
Here comes Sin Cara.
And the last but not least, our good friend of ours, Mike.
Michael.
Mike.
Yeah. Shout out to you, Mike.
my god.
I know he's not a wrestler, but I just want to see him get the shit kicked out of him.
Same
Hey,
with
I
me
think
and that
that
guy I
probably-
Oh my
mentioned.
god.
Mike. Shout out to you, man.
Yeah. Yeah, same with the guy I mentioned.
All right.
Okay.
So that is my whole roster. That is my whole thing. So I guess whoever goes after that, and then we get to the feuds that we have going on.
Okay, who hasn't gone for the signings?
I didn't
Me.
go for my feuds yet.
AJ.
Okay.
I'll go.
Wyatt, how about you go right now?
No, AJ can go. I'll let AJ go. I want to go after him.
Okay. Okay, ice cream boy.
Alright, so my signings are so first of all we're gonna start with the ring announcers, commentators, interviewers, general managers, or whatever. Okay, so My commentators are Matt Stryker, Fit Joseph, and Brian Zane. Ring announcers are Sam Roberts.
You already
Insane.
mentioned your commentary team.
Chris Van Vliet.
Okay.
The general manager is obviously me. And Maria Canales is the manager of the Kingdom. And then also we got my signing, Walter. He will be my UK champion.
Something
well,
for our friend
Graham
Antwan here,
Brown,
our fellow member.
DJ Dragunov, Chris Masters, Nick
Antwan,
Collins,
you're the best.
Gabriel Kidd. He was his last minute signing. Joseph Connors, Joe Hendry, Graham, Jeff Cobb, Michael Elgin, Conor McGregor, Jay Lethal, Jimmy Havoc, our Wolfgang, Rob Conway, and then we got the mid-card division. We got Timothy Thatcher as the NXT European Champion, Amazing Red, Jimmy Rave, Bruce, Anthony Green, Cabal, which you guys know him as Low Key, Eddie Dennis, my bad, Noam Dar, El Ligero, Gentleman Jack Gallagher, Justin Gabriel, ACH, Jordan Devlin, Travis Banks, Eli Drake, Petey Williams, Dave Mastiff, Eugene, and then I don't have any jobbers for the show because I don't give a shit. But moving on, got Maria Maddox, she is the NXT UK Women's Champion. Kyber Niven, Kaylee Ray, Gunn Allison Kay, Santa Zane, Isla Daw, Mercedes Martinez, Camille, Santana Garrett, Tessa Blanchard, Velvet Sky, Angelina Love, and then we got the tag team division, Imperium, Marcel Barthel, and Fabian Eitner. They are the NXT Tag Team Champions. Well, NXT UK Tag Team Champions. We got
Don't get him confused.
Splash Morgan Webster, Grizzle Young Veterans, The Hunt, The Kingdom, The Hart Foundation, which consists of Teddy Hart, Dave Boy Smith Jr., and Ryan Pillman Jr.
Ooh, good one.
That's a good team.
And the Narrows, which consists of Sean and Arya Davari. I made up that tag team, so, and yeah, and that's all I have for my signings. And also, that's all I got.
By the way.
Okay, what do you guys say?
I added another jobber to my list.
Okay, who is it?
Tiny Turd, Joe Wolf.
Hi, Joe. Joe actually.
Sorry, Joe.
Wait, what?
What does he do?
I think Joe watches the show actually, because I know Tony Cini watches the show, so I don't, and I know he's good friends with Joe, so I don't know if he knows. So I think you're fine.
Sorry, Joe. I love you, no homo.
Yeah.
And I actually added somebody else to the roster of Impact. Sorry about your damn life.
No! Oh, you had him! I could have taken him!
Who's that?
I could have took.
James Storm.
You're up next, Wyatt. Wyatt, just go.
Cowboy.
Who did you just sign?
The Cowboy.
James Storm.
The Cowboy.
Oh, you signed James Storm.
Not Hangman Page. Not that cowboy.
Okay. I guess
I'm
Monday
getting
Night Raw
on
time.
this jacket.
Yep, you're up next, Wyatt.
Go ahead, Wyatt.
As we'll play that legendary theme song, the intro's in. Here we are, Monday Night Raw. We are ready to fix this show. As of, we're going to start with the tag division. The tag division looks really dead, but guess what? The tag division's going to kick ass no matter what. But starting with that, we are going to have Retribution. Ali is kicked out of the group. Therefore, they will have a new leader. That will be Shane McMahon, and David Kato will also be added to the group, along with Mace, T-Bar, Slapjack, and Reckoning is also kicked out with the replacement of Sonya Deville.
Damn.
And coming from Raw Underground, you will have the team of Arturo Ruas and Riddick Moss. And continuing with that, you will have the Hurt Business, managed by Mark Henry with Bobby Lashley, MVP, Shelton Benjamin, and Cedric Alexander. And, of course, along with that, you will continue, you will have Miz and Morrison. Hey,
Hey.
And they
Ho,
will
ho,
be
ho.
managed by the hardcore legend, Mick Foley. And you will continue, as we had a huge signing, bringing back to Monday Night Raw. We will officially sign from AEW Matt Hardy, as him and his brother Jeff will continue as the Hardy Boys. And we will have interviewing. We will have, of course, Jonathan Coachman.
Okay.
Okay. As of the title lineup, we will have Randy Orton as the WWE Champion, of course, and drop it to Edge around WrestleMania. As the U.S. Champion, we will have Bobby Lashley dropping it to either Elias, Jeff Hardy, or Jinder Mahal. The Tag Team Championships will go to the Hurt Business as long as we can. The Women's Champion will be Asuka, and she will drop it to Lacey Evans at some point. Lacey Evans will be winning the Women's Royal Rumble.
I thought we were just stating the tag teams, or I thought we were just stating the titles, not who we're dropping it to or any of that. But hey,
Okay.
yeah, that's
Well,
fine. That's fine.
We'll get up to that part.
Okay.
We got a feud
Okay.
slip coming up.
As of signings, I guess we're talking about signings, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, signed to Monday Night Raw so far, we have got, we have Ezekiel Jackson, managed by Ronald Van Donald. We have
Shout out to our fellow member Evan.
Hello? The first thing he says when he grabs the mic is, "Hello, hi, greetings, and gosh dang salutations, Monday Night Raw."
and we have bringing
It
back
burns when
coming
I
out of
pee,
retirement-
Tom
coming
Phillips.
out of retirement.
We love you, Evan.
Yes, we
Fellow
love
member
Evan.
of the
Coming out of
podcast.
retirement will be one of Evan's favorite wrestlers of all time. Coming back, he may not look like who he was back in the day, but guess what? He's coming out of retirement. The Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. And we will also be signing the Animal Batista. Also coming to Monday Night Raw will be to the hardcore title scene. We will also be signing the Hurricane. And also we will be signing Doink the Clown.
Doink the Clown.
Wow. Okay.
And also coming to Monday Night Raw, we call up from NXT. Thanks to shout out to Julian. Welcome to Monday Night Raw, Chelsea Green.
Yeah.
Chelsea Green.
Yeah, we had a little trade going. Who did you trade? I think you traded. I traded you. I gave you Chelsea Green, and you gave me somebody.
Naomi.
Yeah, I gave you Naomi.
Can I tell who I released?
Oh yeah, we forgot to know who we. We'll get to that later.
We're actually about to get to that.
We're about to get to who we released.
Why, are you done?
Yeah, I'm done. I already got my signing. Are we supposed to
Okay.
say that for mid-card main event and all? Or
Huh?
have we got that?
Awkward silence.
However,
Were we supposed to Were we supposed to say our main event scene, mid-card scene, and jobber scene?
We're actually gonna get
we're
to
gonna
that part.
here's the thing, we're gonna get to who we release next, and then we're gonna get to like the certain feuds that we have coming up, like storylines and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But this isn't just gonna be the only episode we do. We're gonna have more fantasy booking episodes coming soon, ladies and gentlemen.
Coming soon, everybody.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
And by
yes,
the
sir.
way-
Stay tuned.
By the
guys.
way,
Stay tuned.
I
AJ,
just
relax.
signed somebody. I actually just signed somebody to Impact out of
And
retirement.
who's happy?
The one and only, the mayor of Longwood, Florida, the Blueprint, Matt Morgan.
Oh boy.
All right, I guess
Bruh,
next.
why? Why y'all
Okay.
think that morning is boring? Damn.
Okay,
He's
ladies
boring.
and gentlemen, let's get to the releases.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Can I go?
So, who I'm gonna release from AEW?
Wyatt goes first.
What?
I'm gonna get the releases out of the way so they're gone. Okay,
right,
release
you go
Monday
first and
Night
I'll
Raw
come
will
next.
be what?
Go ahead.
The
You-
release from
you
Monday
go
Night Raw will be best for last. Release from Monday Night Raw will be Humberto Carrillo because you smile too much. Balor smiles less than you.
I got him signed.
Akira Tozawa, you're released. The Ninja Gimmicks
found
is not
him.
taking it, man. Ivar, you're released because you injure yourself by doing the flip flops. Reckoning is released because she's not a good female member for Retribution. Lindsay Dorado, you're just boring and stuff, so you really don't fit for Monday Night Raw. You're fired. Naomi, your gimmick, you're really boring. Your fans are toxic. I love Naomi. You're a great person and all, but you really are not fit for my brand.
I got her.
Naomi's a great wrestler and all, but I really have nothing planned for Naomi. But you can go to another at NXT. You can improve some more. And also, Titus O'Neil will be released as well. But if anyone wants to sign him, feel free and go ahead.
I already got him.
Oh, you already got him. And last but not least, someone everyone has wanted to release for so long, kicked out, finally released, the irresistible Force Nia Jax.
Ooh, that's dirty. That's dirty.
I applaud you.
Wow. So long.
Well, I'm next. Anyways, everybody, the people I have let go from All Elite Wrestling: FTR, Nyla Rose, Butcher and Blade, QT Marshall, Alex Marvez, and Awesome Kong. Julian,
Ooh.
who has been let go from NXT?
All right, these superstars that have been let go from NXT are Aaliyah. I let go of Aaliyah. I let go Chelsea Green. I mean.
Got her.
Oh yeah, I forgot to say a couple. I released Dexter Loomis. He's boring to me. I released Johnny Gargano. Sick of seeing him. I released Kona Reeves.
Bye-bye.
Kona Reeves has been let go. Raquel Gonzalez has been let go. Rinku and Sarev have been let go. And finally, Vanessa Bourne got let go. And finally, of course, the Velveteen Dream.
The Pedo Team Dreams.
Okay, we won't get into that. Anyway, next.
Yes.
Next, Josh.
So basically, I wouldn't release anybody from Impact just yet, just to see how their performance is built and I want to push them or not. But I have some rivalries I set up, and pretty much
A little bit.
so some of these rivalries I set up are pretty interesting, and actually one of them leads to a tag team being reunited.
Who'd you release?
So,
Yeah.
but I didn't release
who'd you
anybody
like?
yet.
All right.
Nobody
So AJ, you go now.
Okay, so I released most of my jobbers, which were I actually released some of the superstars. Like I released Juice Robinson, Jay White, Super Crazy, Sam Gradwell, Daka, Paul London, Brian Kendrick, Colin Delaney, Jake Atlas, Yoshi Tatsu, and that's it.
Come on. Why'd you release Jay White,
What?
AJ? Why did you release Jay White?
I thought you
You let
signed
go of the leader of the Bullet
Wait,
Club?
no.
How could you?
Guys, I actually got one more signing. I actually want to sign Jay White back. Why not? Let's sign back. All right, I feel.
Make up your mind,
None
GM.
of those people are even in NXT UK currently. Are those your signings or your releases?
What, the Super Crazy, Sam Gradwell, Dodger, Paul London? Yeah, they were my signings, and I erased them and I released them.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So champions.
I already said my champions, so y'all can go ahead.
Yeah, I mean,
I
I'll
just
say
said my champions. I don't
No, all right, I'll say mine. So for the AEW World Champion, I want Cody to be the AEW World Champion,
Boo.
and then I want Brian Cage to feud with Cody for the world title and to win it at AEW Revolution.
Oh.
For the TNT Champion, I'm gonna keep Darby Allin as TNT Champion, and I'm gonna have Ricky Starks feud with Darby for the title, and have Ricky Starks win the title at Full Gear. I'm gonna have Britt Baker be the AEW Women's World Champion, and I'm gonna have Big Swole feud with her for the title and have Big Swole win the title at All Out.
Nice.
Alright.
And for the tag titles, I'm gonna have the Young Bucks stay as champions and have the Dark Order feud with them for the titles, and have the Dark Order win the titles at Double or Nothing. And
That's not bad.
the team I want to split up is Team Taz, and to Taz to become the AEW general manager. And the interview is going to be Charlie Caruso.
Not bad.
That's actually my whole fantasy booking plan, so I'm done with mine.
Alright,
So,
I'll go.
yeah, Wyatt. I mean, Josh, you go.
Alright. So for the champions and stuff, okay. So I think I pretty much said my champions, but I'll get into the rivalries that I've pretty much put together. Rivalries. God, I can't speak fucking English. God, am I having a stroke? Anyways, the first rivalry that I set up is Sami Callihan versus A-Double himself, Austin Aries.
Ooh.
So, next one, definitely one of my favorite wrestlers. I basically became a fan of his since seeing him on AEW Dark. Ben Carter versus the Prince of Queens, Brian Myers. Hometown hero right here, as you could see. Then, we have the Ultimate Finesser, Chris Bay, going up against the Gamer Geek, TJP. Then we have Eddie Edwards going up against Rohit Raju, who is the current Impact X Division champion in real life, not in the fantasy land. Then we have Fallah Bahh versus KM. They used to be a tag team. Now they're going to be in a rivalry and face off. So those are some of my rivalries.
Get your English right.
I'm having a stroke, okay? Just kidding.
Alright,
Anyways.
you're all done, Josh?
So yeah. Yeah, so those are some of my rivalries.
Is that your whole booking for today?
Yeah. Ugh. Quick grammar, professional.
Okay. Be quiet, sir. Well, Wyatt can go next.
Is this rivalries?
Yes.
Okay, for the rivalries.
Yes, but you can state the rest of your booking if you want.
Wait, the rest of my booking, like who I'm gonna say for the main event scene, the mid card scene, the jobber scene, the women's division, and
The
all.
floor is
No.
up to you.
Oh.
Wait, what?
The floor is it's up to you. You're the one who started this
For my
idea.
rivalries, as of my setup, I have Randy Orton having the WWE Championship himself. He will go against Edge at WrestleMania 37, and against someone else who I have in the main event scene. And Randy Orton will have a defense with any main eventer on Monday Night Raw. And I will have Ali get buried and squashed by someone who's going to be a full-timer, the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar. Therefore, also, I will have Drew McIntyre have a rivalry with one of his former tag team partners, the modern-day Maharaja, Jinder Mahal, along with Christian. I will have
Okay.
I have Asuka defending the Raw Women's title against Lacey Evans at WrestleMania, and have a build-up with Peyton Royce alongside, so Peyton Royce can get build up and win the title in the future. Therefore, I will have the hardcore title. I will have the 24/7 title given up for the hardcore title. Therefore, the hardcore title won't be defended by any jobber. Therefore, also as a tag division, we will have the Hurt Business defend the tag titles against the Hardys or either Retribution. I will have Weed on a pole match with Rob Van Dam and Matt Riddle.
What?
Weed on a pole.
What kind of match?
Weed on a pole match.
Okay.
Riddle versus
JJ.
And therefore, The Fiend will be more exciting, as he will feud with Shawn Michaels, and The Fiend will attack legends backstage and in the ring. Therefore, for example, if like Ric Flair was cutting a promo, lights go off, Fiend gets them fingers down that throat and shuts him down. Therefore, also Bobby Lashley will defend the U.S. title against any mid-carder in the Monday Night Raw roster. And therefore, the phenomenal one, AJ Styles, will have a rivalry
Who's
against
right here, right now.
Keith Lee, against Keith and the Animal Batista. And also, therefore, as of my lineup, I guess I can say it, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, therefore, the main event scene will be Randy Orton, AJ Styles, Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy, The Fiend Bray Wyatt, Brock Lesnar with Paul Heyman, The Miz, The Hurt Business, Drew McIntyre, Edge, John Cena, Shawn Michaels, Batista, Rob Van Dam with Katie Forbes, and Hulk Hogan out of retirement. Therefore,
Okay.
at the mid-card scene, therefore splitting up the New Day, we will have Kofi Kingston, Sheamus, John Morrison, R-Truth, Jinder Mahal with Christian, Riddle, Elias, Keith Lee, Retribution, and Ezekiel Jackson with Ronald Van Dam.
Ezekiel Jackson.
Therefore, as of the hardcore title scene, as of jobbers, we will have Tucker. Luckily, will still have his job. Angel Garza will have more of a character to him. Drew Gulak, Arturo Ruas, Eric, Grand Metalik, Riddick Moss, Xavier Woods, the Hurricane, and Doink the Clown. Therefore, as of the women's division, the women's tag titles will therefore be retired. Therefore, we will have current champion Asuka, Shayna Baszler, Alexa Bliss, Mickie James, Mandy Rose, Dana Brooke, Lana, Lacey Evans, Charlotte Flair, and Chelsea Green. Therefore, wrestlers we will be burying on Monday Night Raw will be Braun Strowman, Nikki Cross, Ricochet, and Mustafa Ali.
Damn. Damn.
Ricochet.
4 3 pounds, man. Why? Damn.
I had to do it, man. We got to make Monday Night Raw better. And therefore,
Whatever works for you, man.
Yeah. So, can I also, I guess I can also say how I'm going to improve Monday Night Raw, right?
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Finish up your booking so we can get to Julian after you.
Okay. How I'm going to improve Monday Night Raw. 1, I'm going to make it TV-14. Duh. 2, I will have more of an interesting storytelling. Of course, I need to have more storytelling on my show to make people more interested in it. And 3, I will have more pyros and stuff, and I'm glad that they're bringing back the pyros. 4, I will have more extreme matches and moments made on the show, and also be bringing back one word, blood. And number 5, I will have more attitude era stuff like sexual moments.
Okay, Wyatt.
Ooh.
Okay, Wyatt.
Since
How
it's gonna be
Impact was back in the
TV-14,
day.
gotta have entertainment. 6, you gotta let the stars be stars. Don't read a script. Let the stars be themselves. They don't have to be a new something or another. Just let the stars be stars. And the next one, have comedy and entertainment more on my show. 2, and another one, improve the Raw ratings. The ratings are in 1s right now. We got to get them up. And the last but not least, and I believe that will be it for Monday Night Raw, because we are going to get Monday Night Raw back in order and know how we're going to really do it.
So, all right, so that's all for your booking?
That's all I got for Monday Night Raw.
All right, Julian. You go for it.
Floor is
Finish
yours.
up.
Okay, so, God, some of these are going to be pretty simple, and some of these are going to be very mundane, so it's going to be kind of stupid. So, first up is the World Championship title feud, where Pete Dunne will be defending his championship against Okada, which is set to be a 5-star matchup from these two gentlemen, since both are claimed to be the best wrestler in the world. And this all will be taking place at NXT TakeOver Royal Rumble, which at that pay-per-view there will be a big Royal Rumble where CM Punk just so happens to win the championship, not the championship, the Rumble match, and will go on to NXT TakeOver Mania to face either Okada or, what's his fucking name? Pete Dunne. So, all right, my next feud is for the tag team titles. The Motor City Machine Guns, they come out to the ring and say that they really deserve more competition. So what happens? The Briscoe brothers say they want more competition. So the Motor City Machine Guns, Bear Country, and God come out and start arguing with each other how much they deserve a title shot. Sorry, I started there. So eventually the crowd starts getting bored of it, and William Regal comes out and names all of them number one contenders, leaving everybody happy except for the Briscoe brothers. So yeah, that's pretty much how that goes. For the women's title, Shotzi Blackheart versus Ember Moon. So, Ember Moon defeats Kota Kai in a one-on-one non-title match, And then all of a sudden, Shotzi Blackheart, the women's champion, tells Ember Moon that she is the number one contender and that she has to spin from the wheel of match types or whatever the fuck that wheel she had at Havoc was. And so it happened to be all different types of match types. Stuff like a buried alive match, a tables match, a death match. But unfortunately, Ember Moon landed on a fucking singles match and we have to deal with that. So yeah, that's how that feud goes. Okay, this is a weird storyline. Candice LeRae and Tegan Nox. So, Candice LeRae comes home from a very disappointing evening after losing to Io Shirai. So she wants to come home and relax with the then released Johnny Gargano, who happens to be her husband. So, but unfortunately, to her surprise, when she comes into the house and into the bedroom, she finds Tegan Nox in bed with Johnny. So all of a sudden, Candice LeRae.
That's an interesting storyline.
Yeah, it's sort of like Edge and Lita.
Yeah. So all of a sudden, Candice LeRae beats the shit out of both Johnny and Tegan Nox, and they have a match for Takeover. And the winner gets to be Johnny's husband, I think. I don't fucking know. I haven't thought of an ending for this. All right. So, Cruiserweight title.
Gets to have sex with Johnny. Well, winner can have sex with Johnny.
Yeah. What? So actually, I got a better one. The winner gets to have a live sex celebration in the ring, just like Edge and Lita in 2007.
That's what I'm gonna have on Monday Night Raw a lot more often.
Yes. Yes, a lot more porn on NXT. So yeah,
Also on
keep in
Monday Night
mind.
Raw, we are gonna have every month at least one steel cage.
That this is a mature rated show, very mature. And so next feud is Sanjay Dutt versus Jade the Key Evans for the Cruiserweight title. No real backstory here. Some of these don't have real backstories. Pete Corvus versus Kid Osborne for the TV Championship in a hardcore death match at TakeOver. How does this happen? Well, Kid Osborne beats the shit out of some guy in a parking lot with light tubes and shit. And William Regal declares him the number one contender for Pete Corvus. Pretty much that's how it goes. All right, this next one is Tony Nese versus Hitman Jones.
Ooh.
How did this feud start? Well, you may ask. Well, for those of you who do not know, Stacy Keibler is the manager for the premier athlete Tony Nese. And Hitman Jones has always had a very interesting affection for Stacy Keibler. He would get super excited whenever he'd see her backstage that he would have to go and change his tights. So eventually, is this funny to any of you guys? Do you get it? Like he had to go change his shorts.
I get it.
Yeah, get it. Jizz jokes. Ha ha. Laugh. Okay. So anyway, yeah. So Tony Nese notices that, and he challenges Hitman Jones to a match at NXT TakeOver. The winner gets to go on a date with Stacy Keibler, even though shit probably wouldn't get done. All right. Oh, this is actually a pretty cool storyline. So, the Robert Stone brand, which is a big stable owned by Robert Stone, which consists of Tony Feeney, Timo Colon, and Epico Colon. And so they've been setting out to recruit new members, and who do they come up with? Jacob Fatu. So Robert Stone makes a proposition to Jacob Fatu, and Jacob Fatu declines. So a couple weeks go by, and all of a sudden, Jacob Fatu gets the shit kicked out of him by Primo, Epicone, and Tony Chini. And Robert Stone gets on the mic and says, where's the mic? Okay. Listen up here, buddy. You need to realize that I can make you a star with this group. Not really. But, so here's the matchup. You will go up against Tony Chini, and if you lose, you must join the Robert Stone brand.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's a good match. All right, next rivalry. I have a lot of rivalries on here. All right, my next rivalry is Karrion Kross versus Lio Rush.
God, Leo's gonna get squashed, man.
Yeah.
So, Lio Rush has been doing very well. He has a big undefeated streak in NXT, winning with 13-0. Isn't that nice to see? Half of those times beating Mike Schiff, but let's be honest, Mike Schiff is easy to beat. So, and then all of a sudden, after Lio Rush, but one time, Lio Rush defeated somebody. Oh yeah, Leo Rush defeated Drake Maverick in a matchup, non-title match at all, because Drake Maverick doesn't have a title. All of a sudden, Scarlett comes out and brings out the drastic sand time clock thing, whatever the fuck that is. Like time, like what is that thing called?
The sand time clock.
Time.
Sand clock.
The
Sand
clock
clock thing. Okay,
Uh,
and he tells Leo, your time is coming up. And all of a sudden, and then next week, Leo was like, yeah, whatever, fuck you. So next week, Leo Rush defeats Mike Schiff once again, and then he receives a letter backstage saying that Karrion Kross has invited him to a boneyard match.
Ooh.
Can Leo Rush survive the death-defying stare of Karrion Kross in a boneyard match? You'll have to wait and see. Okay. And these next couple are just kind of stupid, but I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 more rivalries left.
Damn, that's a lot of
Right.
rivalries.
One of them being Kota Ibushi versus Will Ospreay.
Ooh,
So-
that's gonna be a good one. Good shit.
So here's how this match came up. Will Ospreay and Kota Ibushi were preparing for a tag match they were having backstage against the Butcher and the Blade. So, and they started arguing of which one of them was the greatest wrestler of all time. So once they defeated Butcher and the Blade, which is a pretty easy beat, they had an argument. Kota Ibushi got on the mic and says, "You know what? Fuck you! I challenge you to a match at TakeOver, and we will truly see who the greatest of all time is." That's cool. All right, the next feud is Andrew Everett versus Bandito in a match versus hair match. That would be an interesting feud, I think.
Damn.
All right. So I have 4 more feuds. This one's actually a pretty funny one. AR Fox versus Andrade. And the reason behind this, AR Fox is managed by none other than Muscle Man Malcolm. So, and the main reason for this feud is because Muscle Man Malcolm won't shut the fuck up. He costs Andrade a match against AR Fox, which starts a feud between him and AR Fox because Muscle Man Malcolm manages him. And then at the end of the match, Andrade chases Muscle Man Malcolm to the parking lot where Andrade slams the car door against his face and throws him through the fucking windshield. So, that's how that feud goes. Oh, this actually could be an interesting one. Drago versus Austin Theory. Austin Theory attacks Drago backstage with a barbed wire 2x6. That's right, I said 2x6, not 2x4.
Oh, okay.
Thus angering Drago, and he invites Austin Theory to the Temple of the Dragons, which is where Drago resides. Ran by the Great Muta, and they have the first ever Temple match, which is a Mortal Kombat style contest, which the first person to be knocked out or thrown into the pit of fire loses. So either way, some motherfucker's gonna die. And it would be easier because I would have less people to manage. All right. The Ascension versus the Butcher and the Blade.
Whoa,
The whole title of this feud is the Battle of the Bad Tag Teams. And this all takes place in a wasteland match, which is set in a junkyard. And the way to win this match is to throw each member of your opponents into a garbage truck and be sent to the dump, and will never be seen again. Again, this is just a way to get rid of some people. And the final 2 rivalries I have are Killian Dane versus Abyss for the North American title. The U.S. title leading to a Monsters Ball match at TakeOver. Abyss issues a challenge to the scary superstar in NXT, which just so happens to be Dane. I mean, seriously, look at him. He looks like what I believe a shit would look like. So, yeah, Abyss and Killian Dane sign a contract for the Monsters Ball match, and yeah, that's pretty much how that goes. And the final rivalry, Colt Cabana versus Vladimir Kozlov.
Boom, boom.
The Moscow Mauler.
Boom, boom.
So here's the story behind this match. The reason behind this rivalry is to see who the strongest motherfucker in NXT is. So Vladimir Kozlov Vladimir Kozlov was working out in the gym one day, and he realized that Colt Cabana was lifting more than he was. So Vladimir gets pissed and throws a 25-pound plate at him. So Colt Cabana gets up and realizes Kozlov is turned away from him. So he runs up to Kozlov, pushes him out a 2-story window, and lands on a car windshield. So Kozlov comes back 3 weeks later and destroys Colt Cabana, thus making their takeover match happen.
Oh, damn.
There you go.
So that's all you're booking.
That's all I have booked. I have 14 rivalries.
Damn.
God.
Good storytelling.
And you read all that. Okay.
So
Yeah.
what do you think? Sorry?
Also, I just signed someone to Monday Night Raw to help me out. I got an assistant general manager, and that is going to be, bro, Vince Russo is going to be my assistant general manager for Monday Night Raw. And as of that, making an appearance on Monday Night Raw, I will sign this lady, and that is Linda McMahon.
All right. And
Alright.
so who hasn't
Signing
finished
Linda
theirs?
McMahon to Monday Night Raw.
Me, I want to share a couple of my bookings, and I also signed
Yeah.
some more superstars
Yeah.
to my roster. Okay, first of all,
Just read the rest of it.
Alright, I just signed 3 more superstars, which are Nick Gage, Joe Gacy, and Pete Sanchez. But my rivalries are gonna have Walter versus Nick Aldis versus Rampage Brown versus Chris Masters for the UK Championship. Maria Maddox, Will Julian, Thunder Rosa, Tessa Blanchard, and Allison Kay for the NXT UK Women's Champion. We also have the NXT European Champion, Stephanie Thatcher. We're going against Anthony Green, Cabal, and ACH. And then we have Imperium versus Heart Foundation, Kingdom, and the Von Erichs for the tag titles. And then we do have a couple of rivalries. The newest signing, Joe Gacy, will go against the Amazing Red because we need to make Joe Gacy strong. And also we have a fatal 5-way match for the number 1 contenders match, the Walters title. We have Nick Gage, Joseph Connors, Jay White, Michael Elgin, and Jeff Cobb, and number 1 contenders match.
Okay.
And then we got Piper Niven versus Kaylee Ray, and a number 1 contenders match for the NXT UK Women's Championship. And then we got Conor McGregor will be in a big rivalry with Jimmy Rave because those two are hard hitters, definitely. And McGregor. McGregor is gonna be like a technical guy, like a submission specialist, like almost like Samoa Joe.
Yeah, definitely.
And yeah, I think the main rivalries are gonna be Walter and Rampage, but Nick Aldis out of nowhere wins the Rumble, and then gets added to this match, and then Chris Masters demands me to give him an opportunity at a title. So I just gave him the UK title, and then obviously for the women's Royal Rumble, Thunder Rosa would win the Rumble, and then Tessa Blanchard and Allison
Good
Kay
choice.
asked me if they can get a title opportunity at Maria Maddox. So for the winners
Good
of this
choice.
match, of these matches, Walter will retain, and then Tiffany Thatcher will retain, Imperium will retain, and then the new NXT UK Women's Champion, Allison Kay, and then Piper Niven is gonna win against Kaylee Ray by squashing her, and then Niven will defeat Allison Kay for the UK Women's Championship, and then hold that title till Mania, definitely. And Joe Gacy needs to be strong, and he's going against Amazing Red, and then he will have an intense rivalry with Joe Hendry, which is out of nowhere. Nick Gage will get in a rivalry with Jay Lethal, and it's gonna be a death match. So we're doing TV14. Actually, no. Change things up. It's Nick Gage and Jimmy Havoc in a death match. I meant to say.
Nice.
Jimmy Havoc will get stabilized. He will be lied to. He will be thumbtacked. he will get Stewart, and also Nick Davis will get Stewart and Thumbtacks. And these guys are to kill it, definitely. And then Thatcher will be in like the technical system. So you can basically tell me that Thatcher, Walter, Barthel, and Ankner are Imperium. I'm getting rid of Alexander Wall because I don't think he fits for them. And also for the tag team division, I would so Imperium will drop the titles to the Hart Foundation, which consists of Teddy Hart and Brian Pillman Jr. And then Davey Boy will be like sort of like the Mick Carter, like the single stars out of the group. And Hart Foundation will go against it will defend the titles against Andrews and Webster, and then the Hart Foundation will retain because they're gonna have a long reign. They will drop it to SummerSlam, and then they will drop it to the Kingdom, which is consists of Mike Bennett and Matt Taven. And then during WrestleMania, they're gonna drop it to the Von Erichs. So that's my rivalries, basically.
Is that all you got for rivalries, AJ?
Mm-hmm.
Is
Yes,
that
sir.
your fantasy booking as a whole?
One more thing here.
Wait, AJ, is that your whole fantasy booking?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
One more thing I wanted to add here. I wanted to feud Braun Strowman with someone. So Braun Strowman, I got the perfect feud. Braun Strowman's gonna come in the ring as worse as he's gotten. No improvement. No, I don't see nothing improved for Braun Strowman. This is my opinion.
Damn.
Braun Strowman comes out. Lights go out. Kane comes into the ring. Fire's just exploding. Kane comes under the ring, drags him down. Braun Strowman beats down Kane. And then Braun Strowman finds that he's going to get buried by someone who buries young talent. He's going to get buried by this guy.
Oh.
John Cena.
John Cena's going to return this time, and he's burying Braun Strowman.
All right, so
I had to do it.
so everyone here is finished.
Special appearance.
Yep.
We're going to have a special appearance by Judy Bagwell and Buff Bagwell are going to make an appearance on Monday Night Raw. And then they're going to make a promo. And then the lights go out.
Kidding me?
The Fiend's going to come and shovel and take them both away, and then they'll join them. And they'll join the Fiend.
Okay.
Isn't that perfect?
That's perfect.
The ratings are going to go up.
Anyway,
Right,
outro time.
You
Yup.
got to turn Edge heel and get him a woman. Him and Lana together.
Thank you all so much for watching this episode of the Crash Supremacy Podcast, where we did some fantasy booking for the first time ever. We also got some more to come, but otherwise, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Subscribe, like, comment, hit the bell so you don't miss an upload at all. And then you can also catch myself and Josh on the Moshcast, and you can catch me on Tuck Your Chin with some other podcasts that yeah, Julian isn't on there anymore.
No, for good reasons, but anyway.
Anyways, you can follow everyone on this episode, which will be linked down below. That's my outro. Josh, you're up next.
Alrighty, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching our fantasy booking. I personally had a lot of fun with this. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Tell us in the comments below if you guys want us to do another fantasy booking episode. Follow everybody on their socials. And pretty much keep crashing and burning. Keep tucking your chin. Keep moshing. And yeah, pretty much that.
Okay. AJ.
Alright, thank you guys for watching for the first ever fantasy booking. I'm glad I got to be NXT UK. Hopefully I get to be another brand next time when
I'm
we do
glad
this.
to be AEW.
Yeah, and hopefully you guys can because we tried so hard on this, and please, we got to hit a lot of likes for the next episode, but we'll definitely do it. Yes, sir. And then thank you guys for watching, and keep crashing, burning, and the last warrior is officially out. Yeah, I'm out.
Don't you mean the phenomenal one?
Bruh, come on.
No, he's the longest reigning Divas champion of all time. Are you kidding me?
Anyways,
Yeah.
go
Light it up, light it up, light it up.
go have sex with CM Punk right now.
He's pissed.
Wyatt, you go on ahead.
Yeah, you go
Okay.
on ahead.
Thank you all so much for enjoying our fantasy booking episodes. Hopefully maybe this could all happen in person. But hope you all enjoyed it. Comment below who you think, which brand, which promotion did the best booking. Also, I know there was probably some mess ups and all, but that's just part of life, part of an episode. We all mess up sometimes. But I hope you all enjoyed it. And please shout out to you, Julian. Thank you for being our special guest on this episode.
Hell
Hope
yeah.
you see me back on the podcast sometime.
Actually, an honorary member.
Go follow everyone on the podcast, and also keep crashing, burning it, and hopefully we do another one of these episodes sometime.
Yes.
So thank
Yes.
you all for tuning in. I don't know how long this episode's been, but hopefully you all enjoyed it. Please, I hope you all had your popcorn, had your soda, had your chips, whatever, brought your
Had your
loved ones.
chips right here.
Thank you all so much for all the love, and hopefully we reach 100 subscribers before 2021 because we are really, really getting close.
Yes,
Also,
get it 100.
happy
100,
19th birthday.
motherfuckers. Get it to there.
Yes. Also, happy late night, and even though my birthday was yesterday, happy late 19th birthday to myself.
Woo!
All right.
Yeah.
So, off to Julian. Passing
Julian, end it off.
Okay. So, where's Wyatt's leaving?
He's leaving. He did the podcast in his garage.
Oh. All right. Yeah, that explains why the garage door is up and there's a car there. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Julian Purnell, the Heavy Metal Joker here, and thank you so much for watching Crash and Burn. Go follow me at Heavy Metal Joker _HOH. I post content on Instagram TV all the motherfucking time, almost once or twice a week. Wyatt's coming back, and this Saturday, November 14th, me and my buddy Tim are going live on Instagram to reveal who we think are going to play Sonic Temple Art and Music Festival 2021. Well, with that being said, please go check it out. Go follow me. Hit the heart button on all my content that I make. You know, Crash and Burn is awesome. Tuck Your Chin's dead, and Epstein didn't kill himself. Thank you so much for watching.
Oh.
All right.
Okay.
Also, please spread the word to everyone here. Everyone, please spread the word. Get that 100 subscribers.
And
get
also-
at least 10,000 followers on Crush
Play
Burn on
Julian's
Instagram.
Instagram games. Like he posts his guessing games.
Yeah.
They're only for the stream this weekend. These aren't going to be a permanent thing.
Yeah. Well, while it lasts.
Yes, it's going to last until this Saturday. This Saturday is going to be the last post. So, yeah, thank you for crashing and burning. And, yeah, Epstein didn't kill himself.
Oh.
Okay then.
He must be broken
All right.
in half.
Take care, everyone.
Crash and burn!